No rest for the wicked? No, it's not a game worth logging in or ever trying or playing. That's what I think. People who are playing it are just bored. Because they don't have anything else they want to play, so they log in and play that. No Rest for the Wicked is the kind of game that, like, you're a kid and you're like 9 years old and, you know, you somehow stumble across this game. Maybe your mom bought it for you and then you play it. That's No Rest for the Wicked. You're like Goku when you're like 19 to like 24. You're gonna be like Goku, 19 to like 24. I mean, that's pretty universally. People get that. And then, no matter what anybody says, I don't think you ever feel like have that much energy and power ever again for the rest of your life, no matter what.
How are you setting your betrayal board after the changes? I can't seem to find a setup I like.
I don't know what that means. You just put Grav and Transpo, rank them up to 3, and then you get your safe house intelligence as fast as you can, then you pop it, and that's pretty much all there is to it. I was listening to someone recently talk about one of their sponsors and how they were like, I just can't do it. Like, I can't just straight up talk out of my ass. I don't know if I want to use the word lying, but they were just straight up talking out of their ass. I'll use that word. When they were, like, advertising their thing. I was like, dude, I just can't, like, talk out of my ass like that. I'm sorry. Because what do I do? Dude, I'm the master of annulments today, though. For softcore players, your currency is your score. How fucking loser is that? Jungroan videos. For me personally, I just want to see Jungroan do like some genuine, like well thought out builds that don't involve Nemus and don't involve poison damage. If Jungroan advertises a Nemus build or a poison build, I don't want to like I don't even care about what's happening anymore in his build. They were cool and interesting for me for a while, but every time it's like Nemus and or poison, like, stop. I just like, can we get something else? Alright, I bricked the last one. Time for the second brick. Let's fucking go. Oh, I missed. White sockets or actual implicits? What do you think? We'll never know. I'm never gonna hover over the item, fools. How does it no change? That's crazy. It probably hit like Vol, or like maybe hit like +1 level, -1 level. Who saw it? It's white sockets. Knew it. I got recommended a YouTube video while I was lying in bed. I was looking at my phone. It was like, yeah, I'll take a second here to like learn about the new season or whatever, because I genuinely haven't watched a single second of it. And I watched about 10 seconds and I was like, fuck this, and then I hit the X button. This is the kind of music that you listen to whenever like you're hanging out on the couch with friends, you're taking turns on the bong, you're playing like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, and you're like, man, what if like when you die you're still alive? Yeah, like what happens if when you die you're like still alive and you can like feel and see everything still, but you're dead, but you're actually still alive. And then you go to Burger King at 2 AM. Steelmage is playing softcore. Hey, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. Hopefully his chat's nice to him, and they don't fucking treat him like shit. Should I try Dark Souls 3 sometime? Is that game good? First playthrough? I had a funny thought. That didn't even sound that bad. What if I just re-roll back into Jug? I don't think no matter what strat you really use, your maps should always take very long. The days of like 30-second maps, 60-second maps, they're not really a thing anymore, right? I feel like if you're doing like 30 to 60-second maps, you better have a really fucking good reason. Your maps should be taking like 5 minutes minimum each once you have a setup atlas. I mean, without the annul drops and selling the annuls, it's kind of hard to make money, like sustain money until you get fracture or pop, honestly. You're just kind of bleeding money a little bit until you get your fracturing orb pop, and then you make a lot of money. Sanctum on a proper Sanctum farmer is like disgusting currency, even versus like some of the best farming stuff in the game that you see some people doing. I think some people don't realize how profitable Sanctum actually is on a properly Sanctum setup character. It's fucking nuts. Badge is annoying to hit. I just don't want to hit Headhunter when I hit a T0. What the fuck? What do you mean? Alright, amulets suck, the fucking Ancient Orb. Why is there a fucking corrupted amulet you can hit that you can't fucking re-Ancient Orb? Holy shit, that's fucking garbage. Isn't Juju kind of rare? Oh my god, there's so many. Alright, I scratched my entire idea that amulets are fucking dog shit. Don't fucking, like, fuck this. Dude, stop. I'm out of amulets in like 2 seconds. Alright, this shit's way too fucking troll. Why the fuck is that a thing? I'm trying to fucking... I'm honestly bringing the belt back. I can't do that. That's too troll. I think I would rather Sanctum than this. Thebes. Sanctum's too good. I honestly need to just spend like 100 hours in here. So I can like actually just craft my gear without caring about my currency. That's basically Slayer after playing it. I realize now how dog shit it is in that regard. It's like, dude, like, okay, Slayer does damage or whatever, but to get invested in its defense is minus 10 levels off your character, and minus 10 levels on a character like Dual Strike is minus 60% damage. Like, for me to actually invest in that, the only justification means you don't invest in the Leech, because then I would just pick any fucking Ascendancy instead. Champion. Juggernaut, right? If I'm gonna... The only thing that makes sense is to not invest in Leech, essentially. I put 1 point into Ball Pact, and that's fine, but going further than that just seems... Unless I absolutely have to, because I cannot, like, survive damage. It just seems really, really bad. The Leech is really bad mileage. The nodes are outdated. They don't make sense. Half the nodes don't even do anything on the skill tree. This node literally does absolutely nothing. This node actually does 0. This node, whether you have this clicked or not, does 0. It literally does absolutely nothing. Only the last node does something. This node here does absolutely nothing. And then the 100% total Rico here is like nothing. Give me something else, because it literally does nothing. It's like, that's Slayer like the Leech nodes are just outdated. End of Eater phase, intermission phase ends. Eater's going to cast a beam, and you have Tentacle slamming in the arena, so you cannot actually hit Eater. He's going to beam you, and you have no counterplay. All you can do is make some worms, hit them to proc Fortify, and then just stand there, essentially, and tank the beam. Like, you run into a lot of situations like that where Jug has counterplay, and Slayer doesn't really have counterplay. I'm supposed to have, like, almost 3,000 life per second. Watch this. Tell me this looks like 3,000 life per second. Does that look like 3,000 life per second to you? It certainly isn't. It's not even close. This node has a Slayer, the Overkill one. The Overkill one would fix this, and I would truly have 3,000 life regen. But hitting a couple worms doesn't give you enough leech, essentially. Masterful Form, just because it checkmarks my physical mitigation. So I'll be as tanky, or probably, honestly, probably even tankier than most Jug builds versus Fizz, but like most Fizz stuff in the game is like pretty not that threatening anyway. Like I'm probably right on the line of taking Uber Shaper Slam as this character is, with no endurance charges. I can probably just about tank Uber Shaper Slam without pressing a single button. I'm like right on the line. So obviously if I press like Molten Shower, if I have endurance charges or something, I'm definitely not gonna die, but there's also a weakness to be said about not having a 5th flask here. Like, yeah, this flask essentially gives me a little bit of like, I can force my Fortify, I can force a little bit of Leech activity, and I can force Fortify whenever I want. That's nice, but ultimately we would always rather have a Progenesis, or just even just a Life Flask. Even just a Life Flask in a lot of ways is better. Like, if I fully invested and geared this character for, say, another 2 to 3 weeks, I would genuinely, like, not even exaggerating, I would be, like, truly 100 million DPS build. Which is, like, absurd and unheard of in HC, right? Wait, hold on, this guy's doing some fucking stupid curse shit. I don't know what he's doing. Like, I would truly be, like, 100 million DPS build. No exaggeration. You would kill everything basically instantly. But if I do Ubers on this character and I feel like it's just like miserable, like I'm just gonna like play something else or reroll. I'm just kind of disappointed, I guess. Like the damage is good playing Slayer on this build specifically, but I overlooked, because I didn't really pop thoroughly or anything like that, but I overlooked how dog shit and how pathetic investing in leeches. I just feel like it's completely unjustifiable to ever invest in leech. That's my rant with Slayer. I think it's fine to play on this. I think it's borderline, I would even call it good on Dual Strike, but like this whole leech thing is just like garbage in the current game. The leech nodes on the tree just are just actually trash. They're actually all trash. The only one that's genuinely good, and it's really good, is Volpact. Volpact is really good. All the other leech nodes, every single one, not one exception, they're all fucking bullshit. They're all fucking garbage and stupid and dumb. Every single leech cluster on the tree is just trash. Every leech node in the game is trash. Maybe something comes up that I want to try also anyway, for like hardcore trade. But there's a chance I reset SSF, just because. But there's no build I've really seen that has jumped out. Most of the ones that like Ben has been playing, that's the closest stuff I would even consider playing. Like the Blade Blast character, or even like, you know, something like that. If you cast spells when you play Elden Ring, you are stupid and dumb. Or you summons your pussy. Understand? Be back probably early day, afternoonish, early day, early afternoon tomorrow. Probably close-ish to the same time I started today. Boss music.
Let us see
Burger Blast, boss music.
an abomination that should be feared. Step right up so you can see how D4's worse than Diablo 3. D4's bad, it's really insane. When I logged in, I felt great pain. D4 shit, it really fucking blows. If you like it hot, your clown knows.
Honk honk.
Gathering mats, I couldn't bring faster. This game is being run without a ringmaster. Blizzard's becoming the laugh of the town. Just like me, they're looking like clowns. D4's bad, it's really insane. When I logged in, I felt great pain. D4 shit, it really fucking blows. If you like it hot, your clown knows.
Honk honk.
D4's bad, it's really insane. When I logged in, I felt great pain. D4 shit, it really fucking blows. If you like it hot, your clown knows.
Honk honk.
This game was to be a fiesta. Instead, it became a massive siesta. There's a ladder, but it only has one run. Ay, caramba, hear me now in my native tongue. Diablo 4 es malo. Itemization quite shallow. Diablo 4 es mierda del perro. Watching the player count drop to 0. No more density, nothing for us on the skill tree. only thing to do to it is say adios. I'm begging of you, please, por favor.